Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with the finale of our European row houses. Okay, now, maybe row houses was kind of a misnomer for these. Some people call them half-timbered houses because they have timbers, and then the inside is filled with rocks and hay and cow manure to form the walls. Okay, these are painted. I did some white ones. I did some tan ones, some yellowish off-white. They call that antique white, or no, yeah, antique white. And then I did some in light gray. I did one in light gray, one in white, and then I did the two in the antique white. Please ignore my tiger. He's not fully painted. I just put him out there for scale. I put these figures out there for scale just to kind of so you can see what these houses might look like on your gaming table. These are 99% done. Now, what did I do? What was the last thing I did? I think I set everything up to dry. Okay, so today what did I do? Well, I sprayed them with a texture paint. Basically, it stipples the walls for me. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but they are textured, almost like sandpaper. I did not put Elmer's glue on there and sprinkle grit or sand on there. I sprayed them with a Rust-Oleum textured paint. It comes out textured. It actually comes out multicolored. Actually, it kind of looked like sawdust on the walls. I didn't want that look, so I painted over them with a brush. The wood, as you can see, it is wood colored, but historically those would be painted as well, and they would be some weird colors. Like I've seen some that are red, blue, green, bright yellow, so you can paint these, and I'm going to paint these various colors. I don't know what colors I'm going to paint. I didn't want you guys to wait for this final video because I haven't decided on what colors I'm going to paint them. But I think one's going to be red, one's going to be green, one's going to be blue, one's probably going to be a brown, like a dark brown. That's just so that you can identify the buildings. Okay, so I also spray painted the roof black. That's all I've done, just spray painted it black. But I gave it such a light coat that it actually kind of looks gray, like super dark gray. What else did I do? I applied a little bit of wash to the wood, but it's hardly noticeable. Okay, so now this is something I've kind of discovered on my own. Because they're so tight and they're so close, when you go to pick up your building, when you go to pick up your roof, right, and hey, when you pick up your roof, oh, you can kind of see some of the texture got on there too. And you can see inside this floor the textured paint, how it's textured like that. Okay, and you can definitely see it on the floor inside there. It's hard to take these roofs off, and it's also hard to take these floors off because it wants to interfere with some of the other buildings. Right? See how that one's not centered anymore, or not set? Yeah. So when I put this on, it might not sit just right because the shingles might be resting on other buildings, that they don't necessarily sit perfectly. So you might have to, when you're gaming, set them apart just a fraction of an inch. Nothing too serious, but at least now this will come off with no effort. This comes off with virtually no effort at all. So don't go pushing them all together. I mean, you can. Technically, you can push them all together, but I found that it's hard if the roofs aren't exactly perfect. They're going to stick to each other. Okay, so tell me in the comments what you think of these buildings. Do you think these are cool? Do you think they're easy to make? You know, what do you think? Another thing. Okay, sorry, backing up. There's a bunch of things that I wanted to say today that I thought about while I was working on them that I didn't really I didn't write it all down. I wish I had done that. There, you could do something like that. You could see that works fine too. Right? I've got my row houses, and it kind of gives the split level effect, and it'll look a lot better. Ooh. Fix that problem. So it gives you that split effect. That way you can, if you want to have like a third story building, you can. Hell, if I want to have a fourth story, I still could. If I wanted to be really crazy. You know, you could do something like that. You know, you got this fourth story. You know, I'm probably not ever going to do that. 3, maybe. 2, definitely. 1, definitely. That belongs over there. But you know what? So what? It's a little mixed up. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you want to make these shops, like if they're in Carentan or Son or Vagel, or if they're in some kind of Nijmegen or Arnhem or Bastogne or Foy or wherever, if you want to make this like shops, you could always put like a little sign sticking out of the side of the door, beside the door, between the door and the window, or maybe an overhang, maybe a sign that hangs. You could do that. You know, if you want to put shutters on the windows, you could do that as well. Okay, I'm just not going to do that because I think that's for my wargaming needs, and this is perfect. This will work out just great. Now the point I was trying to make was, what if you don't want a row of houses, right? What if you're doing like a rural scenario? And you just need a house. You just need a farmhouse. You don't need something special. You just need a building. You just need a building with a roof, out in the woods, you know, with for your wargaming table. See how that works? No problem. And then later, tomorrow, like you play another game and you say, you know, I really wish that farmhouse was 2 stories. Done. Single building. Out on the table. 2-story building. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this building of the modular row houses that could also be used as farmhouses, because I made them as half timbered houses. And if you'd like to see certain types of terrain building in the future, please put it in the comments. I read the comments. If you'd like to see me put together a certain type of terrain, like you're unsure of how to do a certain type, or you'd like to see how I do it, put it in the comments below, and if I can, I will definitely try to do that. Now, I do read the comments, so I appreciate any comment you have, and I like your feedback. Tell me what you think. Also, guys, you guys are the best. This is the best community in the world. A lot of you guys are really supportive of my channel. I really appreciate that. And I can't say much more about that. I just love it. Please, if you want to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please do, and click the link. And if you want to help support the channel, go ahead and hit the PayPal me link in the description below. Alright, so thanks for coming out and checking out this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.